Hey everyone.
Kate here with me this morning. She is with me most Saturday mornings to help me. She sits over here on her computer and does the moderation, help keep the show family friendly, and and moving along. Thank you to my the rest of my moderators who are off site but still very much a part of this program and helping to keep this show family friendly and moving along. So, thank you very much for joining me this morning. It's a true pleasure to be with you here on Saturday mornings to share my story and to be a part of your story, to share your story when I can, and just build a community. That's one of the most beautiful things about how this live show here on the Daddykirbs has developed. I feel like there's a community that is involved and we're really building friendships and relationships. And what goes on in the chat, if you're watching this in replay, look over on the right hand side of your video. There should be a chat going on so you can see how people are carrying on as the show progresses. And it is generally a lot of fun. You'll probably have more fun in the chat live than you will listening to me. Maybe. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Today we have a few things to talk about. I'm excited about some of it. Actually, all of it, or I wouldn't be talking about it. But for several weeks now, Kate and I have been showing seeds and seed packets and talking about traveling seed boxes. And, well, we are so close to making that a reality because I actually spent some time this week. Kate's on the ball. She already did. Let me get you turned around here so I can see. We can see Kate. Kate is on the ball. She already got all her seed packets ready. One of the seed boxes is already mailed off, right? Mm-hmm. That's the one that was going to the Steam It group. Mm-hmm. And I believe, did Robert already receive that?
He has not received it yet.
Okay, so Robert, who is generally, is he here right now?
He's lurking because he's at work.
Right. Okay, so Robert's in, he's viewing, but he's busy. So he generally is in the family group, which is on Facebook, and the live shows, and also on Steam It, and he will be receiving the Steam It seed box, which came to me from some other Steam It members. I participated by putting my seeds in, got it to Kate, she did her bit, and then sent it off to Robert. So we are just continuing that, sharing the blessings of seeds.
Someone, who is it? Wheatree says, have you turned off your messages? They're beeping in the sound.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me do that. Is that better? Should be better. You shouldn't hear anything now because I just muted everything. I want to start this show with not only talking about seeds, but I want to show you. I'm trying to get a good angle here. I got too much stuff on the table. Hold on. There we go. Along with larger seed packets that have more seeds in them, I also have some smaller seed packets with a sticker. I have 5 of these. 5 small bags. And 2 of them, uh-oh, that's a nice breeze. Oh, I saved it. I saved it. Simply Clean Food stays clean because it didn't fall on the ground. I need to bring some paperweights out as well as...
I'm using my coffee cup.
Yeah. Yeah, we got coffee cups and heavy objects. Oh, I got bean bags. I can put bean bags on. These are the bean bags that I throw in the cornhole.
Robert says he thinks you have your phone on vibrate.
No, I shouldn't. Not now. I shouldn't. Let me check again. No, it's off. Okay. It was on vibrate. You're correct, but or it was actually not on vibrate at all. Now it's off. So everything kiltered. Everything should be good to go. All right, so I'm putting bean bags on papers. Pretty soon we're going to throw these into the cornhole. Holy moly, squirrel already. Trish, starting the show off. Gotta go, have a great show, she says. Thank you very much, Trish. You are a wonderful supporter and friend of the Daddykirbs show. You not only are supporting with the squirrels, but you several times have sent cards to Luke, which we truly appreciate. Thank you very much for being a friend and supporter of the show. So go have a great day. And Happy's in, Xavier's in. I don't every day or every Saturday. I don't. I've kind of learned not to go through all the names because some people have said it's annoying. I don't mind being annoying sometimes, so I'm going to go through and say howdy to some people. Trish, thank you. Have a great day. Good to see you. Eystain's here with his wrench. Happy, John Halfnecker is in as well. Xavier from Singapore. We Tree Bonsai and Kate both on moderation. Oh, I'm not going to get this one.
Yeah.
The name Vitatus. I know I got your name wrong. Sorry, but I'm so glad to see you here this morning. Duncan 1900 Homestead. Kilted Gardner.
The Texas boys just got here.
No way, the Texas boys showed up.
Yeah.
It's so fun to have other creators join in on the show. Thank you very much for being here. And if you are not familiar with the Texas boys, when the live show is over, go look at them up. Look at them up on.
I didn't know you were Italian.
Maybe a little. I don't know. Yeah, go look them up on YouTube. Tim Huffman's here. Tim Turner's here. Double Tim. Joseph Lujan or Lujan?
Lujan.
Lujan? Yeah, I get stuff wrong all the time. Sorry, Joseph.
We've got a chicken boil.
Mary.
I don't know how to begin to say that.
Mary Ritelli. Is that Italian? Speaking of Italian. Let's see. Espen. So Espen was in the show earlier. He started off. He promises not to mess with the network, but we also promise to blame him anyway.
Right.
If the network goes out, because that's just the way it is. Sorry, bud. All right. I'm going to miss somebody because I'm not going all the way back, but thank you very much for being here. It is truly a pleasure sharing this time with you. All right. Yeah, it's cool to see everyone here. See, now I'm just trying to catch up.
Did you see Tim Huffman?
Tim Huffman, yeah, I said Tim. Tim and Tim. Tim Huffman, Tim Turner, both are here. Texas and Florida. Two hot Tims. Wait, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I don't know. The weather works.
Yes. All right, so I do have some things to talk about this morning.
Online.
No way.
She just signed on.
Adeline, hey, sweetie. Good to see the TTs. How are the bees and when is the next beekeeping show? Xavier, I wish I had a beekeeping show for you. The last beekeeping episode that I recorded and I told you it was coming never got edited. And so I need to go out. Now we're going to have a beekeeping show coming up real soon. Did that just to be funny. Just to be funny. The network should be pretty good. It looks, yeah, the network looks pretty good, but sometimes it just goes out. We're right here under the Wi-Fi, so we should be pretty good, but it is a country connection. It's not super duper fast. So, oh, all right.
Apparently Harry's wondering where you are.
Harry is wondering where I am. I'm right here, bud. Harry is Luke's service dog, by the way. He must be listening to the live show. Oh, okay. So you probably dropped off. Xavier's reminding me to finish my sentence about the live show or the beekeeping show that's coming up real soon. And that I say real soon. I hope it's coming soon. That one will probably be one of me collecting honey because there is honey in the hives. And it needs collected, and I need to bring it in, and so we'll do another honey extraction video coming soon. That's a fairly popular video on my channel, is watching me do the honey extraction. I don't really get it. There's a lot of people that watch that, and their comment under the under the video is so satisfying. I don't really get that, but whatever. And that English breakfast tea with honey and cream is so good. So good. All right. Now, somebody asked a question here. My Vizsla says, do you know the dimensions of the bean bag board? Well, I can get those dimensions, but I'll tell you who should know, or at least we'll have that recorded maybe somewhere, is Mr. Tim, one of the hot Tims here. He is the person who created that board right there, or made that board from dimensions that he probably found online. But if I don't respond to that later, I'll try to respond in the replay, in the comments of this video with the dimensions of that board, or point you to a good website. Right now I don't have that, but Mr. Tim may be able to share that in the comments, in the chat. All right. I saw another question and I missed it. Oh, Multi-Gel 1. Do you have a goat for rent? It's for Paul Otis. He must mow a lot at the moment. That's funny. I do have 2 goats, and man, if I could make a business renting them out, that would be pretty fun. But unfortunately, my 2 goats are, they're probably not the best workers, because one has a gimpy foot. When she was young, she broke her leg and lost 1 foot. She walks around. You can't really tell because she still has her whole leg, but just the foot part is gone. And then also, the other one tends to be bloated a lot, so she walks real slow and wobbles around. So I have 2 goats that aren't good for a whole lot, but they're pretty fun to go out and play with, hang out with.
Oh, Tim's put the dimensions on the chat.
Oh, nice. So Tim is already answering questions about the cornhole board. By the way, the beanbag board that you're talking about is called cornhole, and I think it's originally called cornhole because the people who created the game a long time ago would make bags of corn that they would throw through the holes, and thus the name cornhole. Now it's weighted bean bags, not even beans, it's probably just little plastic pellets or something. I can't tell what they are, but
it could be styrofoam beans.
Yeah, these are heavy, so it's probably plastic, or yeah, I imagine they're plastic. See, that is the beauty of hanging out in the chat, because you can ask questions and then someone here can help you out. In a community, the greater contribution is by the community, not just one person, and I love being a part of that. Now I'm losing my papers. Need another beanbag out here.
Where did it go? Carbon Tate wanted to know if the key lime cuttings that you took from your friend before she moved, because she couldn't take her tree, whether they did in fact root and grow or not.
They did not, in fact, because that's a very unfortunate circumstance. Those lime cuttings, so I got those started, and they should have been fine, but then we went away for a while, and the water evaporated, so they dried out. So I lost those. And then she moved, and I don't know the people who live at that place. Sometime I'm just going to go knock on their door and say, hey, you know what? I used to know the person that lived here, and I want to cut your lime tree. Maybe they'll let me. I don't know.
Go up in the late of night with a flashlight and a pair of printers, grab some and run.
That's right. Yeah. Except it's behind the gate. I'm not very good at jumping fences anymore.
Oh,
Excuse
okay.
me. I'm a little less limber than I used to be.
No.
You know, it happens.
Oh,
it happens.
You're not 12 anymore.
No, I'm not 12 anymore. Yeah, jumping fences and climbing trees used to be a piece of cake.
Really?
Now I look at it and I think about it.
I don't even think. I just look. Then I knock on the door and ask permission.
That's right.
Which probably keeps me out of the trouble I used to be in.
Yep. Yep. It's amazing how growing up does that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. Any questions? Oh, okay. There I see Carbon Tate says that. The Texas boy says, what camera do you use for your YouTube channel? I use the Canon 80D. I have a... now see, you put mine on the spot and I don't have the camera. I can't remember. Panasonic something. It's a fairly
And you use your
inexpensive.
phone.
Yeah. Now for the live shows, I'm using my Galaxy Note 8, my phone. For my regular recorded shows, I use the what's the name of that? Now, if you check in the link, I haven't updated it, but if you go to any of my videos, there should be a My Equipment video. That will show the previous camera that I used. Now I just use the next camera in that same series, and I think it's a Panasonic. I actually don't remember, but it's a fairly inexpensive camera, and it does a really nice job. And I'm not terribly worried about, like, if I had a Canon or a fancy Nikon or something like that, I would be worried about ruining it, because I'm dropping my camera into the garden soil and chicken poo all the time. So it would be not very good for me to use a really expensive camera. I use a good enough camera. It actually produces a really nice video. So yeah, you'll have to check that out, or maybe I can remember to bring that out next week and show it to you. Or maybe this week, if I have some time, which is always, questionable, I can produce an updated video about the equipment that I use for my YouTube channels. Well, I have multiple channels, but
Speaking of that,
yeah.
I will be using my phone, which is a Moto, to do my videos. And that's the announcement I want to make today, is I have recorded my first video, and now
Yay.
if my husband can get it edited, it will go up hopefully this week. When it's ready to go up, I will put a note in the family page.
Nice.
So
Wonderful. Kate's starting her YouTube channel. That's so exciting.
Carbon Tate wants to know if you're propagating any fruit trees at the moment.
I am, in fact. Let me see if I can. Hey, Luke. Luke's watching the show, too.
Oh,
Luke,
hey, Luke.
Mama Curbs, Luke, and Adeline all watching the show. Hey, guys. Good to
Hi.
see you. Kate says hi to Luke as well.
Miss you guys.
Oh, and Tim is sharing his camera equipment for his YouTube channel as well. The Canon Vixia HFR 800. I looked at the Vixia series when I was looking for cameras, and I just chose the other. I think it came down to price for me, but also because I already had some familiarity with the previous version of this camera, and I think it's a pretty decent, inexpensive, relatively inexpensive. I mean, it's still $500 or $600, but compared to some of those that are several $1,000s, I felt like I got a bargain. Oh, let's see. Scrolling down. Okay, Carbon Tate, are you propagating any fruit trees at the moment? Yes. In fact, just yesterday, I started, I pruned off one of my small fig trees that I had propagated a year or two ago. It was growing 2 trunks, and I cut one of the trunks off, and I cut it into 5 or 6 different pieces, and they are currently, pardon me, they are currently growing roots, or starting. I just started them yesterday, but they're going to be growing roots, and I'll be starting more fig trees. Also, not too long ago, I started another lemon tree after this spring when I pruned off one of my lemon trees that's in the garden, and that lemon tree is packed up and being shipped to my sister-in-law who lives in Alabama. Not a fruit tree, but I also propagated some of the longevity spinach.
Oh, okay.
And those are being shipped, one to my mother-in-law in up in the Hoosier State, and also in Alabama, my sister-in-law. So, yeah, trying to share the love with some of those.
And I'm propagating tomatoes and basil and moringa and what else have I got on there? Oh, another spice. I can't think of what it is right now.
A spice?
Well, herb spice.
A herby?
A herby, that's it.
I think it's funny how people get hung up on whether it should be herb or herb.
That's why I say spice.
Yeah. You know, I have found myself saying herb because other people say herb. I adapt. And whenever, so I've lived in Indiana, California, Florida, and Texas. And all areas have different ways of saying different things. And I find that I adapt to wherever I am because I don't think any of it's right or wrong. It's just a different way of saying it. And I just say it the way it is where they are, which is now I'm working really hard at becoming the best Texan that I can. So I've been here 20 years, and I think I'm blended.
Almost as long as I have.
Yeah.
I was born here.
I was going to say, you've probably been here a little longer.
Yes.
Um,
I've lived in Texas, Florida, and Nebraska. Most of my life has been spent in Texas, but I do not have a Texas accent because both of my parents were English teachers from Boston.
Ah.
So I didn't get a chance. I don't say business because I used to get hit when I did.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I love listening to people from different areas.
Uh-huh.
How is Luke? Xavier, thank you for asking. Luke is actually doing better. He's not all better, but better. He's gaining a little weight. We almost got to 120 pounds. He fluctuates, but we got up to 119 pounds the other day. Now he's back down around 116, 117. And but yeah, he's looking pretty good. He's filling out. He's talking some, and it's really exciting to watch him progress. Thank you very much for being interested. And speaking of Luke, since we're talking about Luke right now, yeah, hey, is Paul Otis not in the show?
Not today yet.
Does he actually have a life and he's not joining us?
He's probably out mowing around the bee
That's
hives.
right. Mowing the bee yard. Duncan 1900 Homestead says, I put my first video on YouTube a couple weeks ago. It was just a rainstorm. How exciting. Putting that first video up is a hurdle. You have to get past that first video. So very good for you. I'm proud of you for putting that first video. And then your next one coming soon, you can just develop your personality and start building your audience and share the passion of, you know, just whatever your homestead is about, whatever your story is. Because here on the Daddykirbs farm, we believe that everyone has a story and every story counts. So thank you for sharing your story on YouTube so that we can be a part of that.
You know what I had to get used to?
What's that?
I try to fill every second with words.
Ah.
I just talk fast.
Yeah.
I have to learn that white space is okay.
It is.
Just like in print, white space is okay.
That's right.
So it is in speaking and videos.
I went through that too. Early on in some of my videos, I felt like if someone's watching this, they want to hear me. I got to say something, and then you get nervous. And generally, when I feel like I have to say something, like you probably noticed in some of the live shows, I start stumbling a lot, and that's no fun. Well, it might be fun to watch. It's no fun for me. All right, let's see here.
Ooh, honey roasted peanuts. Ooh, that sounds good.
Mmm. Hey, Tim, thank you. Tim Huffman says that he loves the motto, and I'm a big inspiration to creators. You know, I really want to be. I'm not wow, I sound like a teenager again. I'm not a super big channel. I'm really still fairly small, even though I've been doing this for a long time. 52,000, I think, subscribers at this point. Not super duper big, but I truly, truly do want to be inspiration and encouragement for some people who want to do this, but they just haven't had that push or that encouragement to start recording their own story. I think it's valuable. Think about if you're hanging out with someone, if you're just with them, unless you already know them. But if you just get to know someone and they don't ever share their story, you don't know anything about them, it starts to feel a little awkward. You're probably not going to want to hang out for very long if you don't share your story. And it goes both ways. You share yours, they share theirs. You start building a relationship, figuring out what you agree on, where your passion overlaps. And yeah, it's just our story is very important. Who we are, where we've been, what drives us, it's all very important. And I love that there are several channels on YouTube that have started not because of me, but they have felt like they can because I've shared mine. You know, and through, go back and look at some of my old videos. They're terrible. Well, some of the new ones probably are too, but it's not so much about having an amazing production. It's about just sharing who you are. And I think that, you know, and the quality of the production comes in time. You learn about the cameras and the audio and how to frame things up and where to cut and splice when you're actually doing your editing. But all of that comes in time as you are developing your story. So thank you, Tim, for sharing that with me. Hey, Squirrel, Liv shares 50 kroners from Norway. Thank you very much. You and your family are amazing friends and friends and supporters. I was going to say friends and creators. Friends and supporters of the Daddykirbs farm. Thank you very much for sharing that this morning. How is Luke again? I'm sorry, Xavier. Yeah, Luke's doing fine. He's doing much better. I'm going to show you something here in just a second. Hold on.
I told John
Happy.
he didn't need a new camera or a new computer. All he needed was a phone.
Yeah.
And he says he only has a dumb phone.
Don't make jokes when I'm drinking my tea, all right?
Well, you started drinking in the middle of my joke.
Yeah, dumb phones don't do well on YouTube.
No.
But I do sometimes miss my dumb phone, the one that just flips. I mean, it rings, you flip, you answer, you flip, you're done. Sometimes I really miss that.
Carbon Tape wants to know if any of the citrus trees that you propagated in the past had to be grafted. Didn't you do some grafting?
I did do some grafting. You know, I was really disappointed this year with grafting. Are the Texas boys still on?
No, they left.
They left. Okay, well, Texas boys have done a lot of grafting, and they appear on their videos to be have much more success than I've had. I even bought the fancy little tool this year, and I did, I don't know, maybe 10 grafts. 0 took this year. Last year, when I did it with just the knife, I had maybe 30 to 40% take, which I thought was low, but it's a lot better than 0. And yeah, so some of my video, I didn't have to graft any of the, to answer your question, which is, did those that you cut have to be grafted? No, because my method of just doing them either in a bag where they're growing roots, like I typically do for the figs, or what I've learned to do with the citrus, primarily for me it's the lemon tree, is that I get a fabric pot, I put my seed mix, soil mix in there, and I put it down in some sort of a pan or a saucer to where there's a little water that sits in the bottom, and I stick that right down in that so that the tip, the very end tip that's buried, is in the water. I don't want it directly on the bottom of the fabric pot, but just above the bottom, but it's still in the water, and that tends to grow the citrus pretty well, and it's a lot less hassle. All right, let's talk about, I've been teasing about showing something of Luke's, and in the title of this live show we had
Seeds, paintings, and fun.
Seeds, paintings, and fun. And the paintings part, I want to talk about that. If you can see this. This is Luke's painting. Luke did this painting in the city right up the road here. Is very kind to do classes. They're free interactive classes where you come in. It's in the library, and you do. You sit there. They give you the canvas and the paints and the brushes, and they step you through painting. So this, Luke and I went, I'll show you mine in just a minute, but Luke and I went, and there were maybe 10 or 12 people, and Luke painted this. The theme was poppies. Now, mine doesn't really look like poppies. I chose to make them look more like just pretty red flowers that are in my mind instead of poppies. Luke's look a little more like poppies. So it's really exciting. What was really cool about Luke doing this was that if you've been following Luke's story, you know that he doesn't really like using his hands. He has some, forget what it's called now, sensory aversion to touching and gripping and holding things. And so holding that paintbrush and painting was a challenge for him, but it was really fun to watch him accomplish that. So Mama Kerbs went with us, and as I was painting, he was painting, and she was talking him through it. We're back.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was a really fun time watching him paint this painting. I'll show you my non-poppies. Now, when I was younger, I painted. I really, really enjoyed painting. Since I grew up and became a graphic designer to where I use mostly computers, I haven't actually held a paintbrush in a very long time. But this was the one that I did, and it was a lot of fun. So that's just another thing that Mama Kerbs signed us up in the for the class, and we loved it. Luke and I loved it. It was just a whole lot of fun to sit there. And the other people in the class, and it was a wide variety of talents. Some people had never painted anything. Others were painters. And so it was fun to see the different, just the different styles that came out of that. Everyone had the same theme. It was basically a poppy theme. They had a picture that you could follow, and they kind of talked you through about how to do it. And then everyone, the paintings just all turned out completely different because of individual personality. Let me hold them up side by side, if you can see them. I might have to back up. So, oh, sorry, Kate.
That's all right. I didn't need that shoulder.
So there's Kate. I keep bumping Kate. There's Luke, and there's mine right there.
That's all right. You'll pay. I get one of the photos, one of the pictures for that.
All right. I told Luke we're gonna sell his paintings for millions of dollars. He didn't seem to care.
I guess I'll have to take yours. I can't afford millions of dollars.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Kate, I believe that one belongs to my mom.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll give it up to her.
Yeah.
Definitely, I understand about moms.
Yep.
Since I have kids of my own.
She hung a lot of things on the refrigerator that weren't worth hanging. But thank you, Mom. All right. Very cool. All right. How are the horses? They look good. Can you see them back there? Probably not.
They're just out there horsing around.
Horsing around. There's Teo. I don't know where Maggie is. They got their pedicures yesterday.
Oh, cool.
The farrier, I almost forgot what he was called, came out. That's the guy that comes out and takes care of the horse hooves. We don't shoe the horses. He does them barefoot, but he cleans them up,
Barefoot.
files them off, and
Is Adeline learning to do this?
she's watching every time, but we haven't
Tried to do
we haven't done anything on our own. Now Adeline loves painting the hooves.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, the farrier this time was kind of laughing because both Maggie and Teo, you probably saw in the pictures or videos where they have, Teo has blue hooves, and I'm going to say feet. Hooves is hard to say every time.
Okay.
Teo has blue feet, and Maggie has pink or purple feet, and so he was kind of laughing at that. It was kind of fun. Oh, Duncan's oldest daughter's an art therapist. That is really cool. Maybe I should try being an art therapist. Nah, I don't have time. But that would be fun.
Along with everything else you're doing.
Yeah. All right. Hey, I didn't even mention this, did I?
Yeah,
Oh my.
you did lightly, but not at length.
Okay, I didn't explain this. So I have 5. Sorry, my brain's not always completely connected. I have 5 of these bags. It's not a big variety of seeds, but let me show you what's in the packet. We're going to give 2 of these away right here in the show. So if you are in the show and you want the possibility of winning a seed packet, let's see. What's the phrase? We need a phrase.
I want seeds.
Okay, I want seeds. If you say, I want seeds, then Kate will put your name in a spreadsheet, and then by the end of the show, we will draw and we'll give 2 of these away. And that just means that you will have to provide your physical address, not in the
If
chat.
I don't have it already.
Right. She does have some of your addresses, but you'll have to provide that to her, either to me or to her, and then we'll get these sent out. So these are just some seeds that I had in my seed box, and I decided to package them up in these little baggies, which, by the way, I was shopping for the same baggies that Kate had last week for her seeds, and I couldn't find them, and I ended up in the craft department, and these are bead bags. So there were 100 bags for about $1. I thought that worked out pretty nice for seeds. So this one is, there's some cilantro or coriander seeds. That is one of the little packets you get. Also some of the Thai basil that I've been growing here on the farm. You get those. Wow, I can smell that through the plastic. Oh,
Smells good, doesn't it?
Ah, smell it. Really? Mmm, Thai basil.
It's too bad we don't have smell-o-vision. But I
Smell-o-vision.
hear that on the cooking channels a
That's
lot.
right. Some buckwheat. I thought that might be fun for some people to try. I got a large bag from a friend, and thought I'd give a few of them away. Butternut squash. This was a squash that I did grow here on the farm and then collected seeds.
You managed to grow something that the seed borers didn't, and that the borers did not get to.
Yeah, actually the
Amazing.
butternut has a solid vine.
Ah, okay.
So they're a little less prone to tackling that one compared to the hollow vines. And then also the white cucumbers that I've been growing on the farm. These seeds originally came from a viewer, and so now every season I collect some, and here's a little bit of them so that you can grow them as well. Spreading the love. In the seed packet also there are five seed bags for the giveaway prize, and 2 of them given away here in the show. 3 of them will be given away. We're going to try to give them away in the replay. So we'll see how that works. I'm not sure exactly. Or maybe I'll do it some other way. But anyway, 2 of them in the show. With the seeds and the sticker. You get 1 sticker.
Happy said he wants seeds, but if he can't get seeds, he wants a hat.
All right.
We're not giving those away this week.
Yeah. I have not given a hat away in a little while. Maybe I'll do that next week. Okay.
And Happy also says you need a new hat.
I do. This one's really
It
dirty.
just needs to be washed.
This is actually a hat from 2 seasons ago. The one for this season is looking almost this bad. And again, I couldn't find it. That
Mine
thing
looks
hides.
gorgeous.
Yours is beautiful.
Yeah. So is
Yeah.
the sticker on my coffee mug.
Yeah. You keep things much nicer than I do.
I just washed them carefully.
Yeah. All right. So if you are saying I want seeds, you're going into...
I've got 9 people already.
All right, good. So 9 people entered for the little seed giveaway just for fun here in the live show. I'll tell you what, we'll give... I'll give 1 away in replay. So if you're watching this in replay, you can say in the comments below this video, I want seeds, and we'll enter you for that as well. And then I'll give 2 bags away in the family group. So we'll do 2 family giveaways, 2 live show giveaways, and 1 replay, YouTube video replay, live show replay. All right. So you guys keep sharing that, and we'll keep Kate busy over here.
My Wieslo says your hat's broken in well.
Yeah, it is very broken in well, but it's holding up.
It looks lived in.
Yeah, very well. You know, okay, I'm going to do it. I
ahead.
didn't want to take my hat off because I need a haircut real bad. Real bad, yeah. Look at that mess.
It's a lot
Look,
shorter than mine.
yeah, but this is crazy for me.
Yeah.
I don't typically wear it, but you know what? Always comes down to that time thing. All right. I do cut my own hair, by the way. I don't go anywhere to get a haircut. I just need to get the clippers out and the scissors out and
Go for it.
Go for it. Maybe I'll have time this week. I thought it would be fun. Now, I did not prepare well for this. Imagine that. But I thought it would be fun. I printed off some comments, some YouTube comments. I'm going to move them fast so nobody can see names or anything. But I printed off some YouTube comments, and I'm going to read a few of them and respond. Now, like I said, I haven't prepared well for this. I haven't prepared at all, really, except to print these off. So,
No, you read some of them earlier.
I did read the first couple earlier because what I thought I was going to do while we were sitting here was to write down a couple of responses so I didn't look like a complete fool. But
then I kept talking to you, so you couldn't do it.
But I didn't get it done. So beyond reading the first couple comments, I have not prepared for this. So I'm going to read them right now. So the first comment is by R. Eric Wiegand, and it's on the apple cider vinegar video. And he said, how does the vinegar help the dog? Because in the video, I talk about putting some of the vinegar into the dog water. And here's my non-prepared statement, Mr. Wiegand. I don't remember all the reasons it's good for dogs. I just remember that, it is a live active culture. It's like a probiotic. So you put that in their water and it helps their gut, helps their digestive health. There are a list of reasons why you would like to do that for your animals, and that's the only one I remember. We also use the apple cider vinegar on the dog after bathing, and maybe that's what you're referring to because you don't say in the water, but if you pour it on the dog, it helps their skin because it is acidic and it is a live culture. It helps with bug bites, fleas, and mosquitoes, ticks, all those things. Also helps condition the hair and skin so that it is less itchy. So if you're truly interested, of course, you commented here, you know how to use the web. There are a lot of reasons why adding apple cider vinegar to the routine for your animal care, whether it be topical or internal, it is a really beneficial thing. So check that out. All right, so
apparently it's good for rabbits and chickens too, from the comments.
Yes, it's actually good for a lot of animals. We put it in our chicken water.
It's good for us too.
It's good for us too. You can put it in your own water or drink it
Rinse your hair
straight
with it.
if you are so inclined. Rinse your hair. Yes, it's a wonderful hair and skin treatment. We put it on Luke's skin sometimes after we wash his face because it helps keep acne under control. And it's just a really, really beneficial product. So then here's a comment that I don't really understand, but I thought it was funny. I get a lot of somewhat negative comments. I think some of them are funny. This is on the Honey Harvest video, and Land007 says, Barry Benson disliked the video. I'm sorry, Mr. Benson, that you disliked the video, and I'm sorry, Mr. Land007, that you thought you had to share that. But, hey, you know what? Not everyone loves all the videos. That's okay. Sometimes I don't like my own videos. All right. Let's see. But here's a positive one. M. Pess says, I'm fascinated with your channel. Loved the apple vinegar kombucha and this video. This is on the lemon powder video. Loving all and will do in my home. So I have inspired him to consider doing some of these things in his house. And he says, P.S. You got a new subscribe. Thank you very much. That's very encouraging. Kevin Artist says, somebody turn, this is on the Honey Harvest video as well. Somebody turn the part where he cuts off the wax into an ASMR. I'm restarting this app. Yeah. Espen again. Yeah, so the comment about turning part of my video into an ASMR, I do know what that means, sort of. It's videos that people make that give you the chills or they find satisfying. Don't really understand that trend. But, okay, here's two things about that. If you think that my videos are satisfying and fun, watch my videos. Please, nobody rip my videos off and make your own. That's all I got to say about that. you can make your own video from your own content because that's the way it's supposed to work. And Mary Playford says, what is the name of the first tomato Adeline chopped? I should have prepared for this because I don't remember which one she chopped. I'll have to look that up and try to answer that in the comments. So I'm sorry, Mary, I wasn't prepared to answer that. She does say it, great job, you two. It looks yum. Well, it was yum. That salsa was fantastic. I would have shared it with Kate, but she doesn't do peppers.
No, I'm allergic.
Let's see. Charmaine Montgomery says, this is on the Daddykirbs live show. A comment on the live show. Very interesting show. Kate is so sweet and so informative.
Aw, thank
She really
you.
is. I really enjoy seeing and hearing about your farm. Thank you very much, Charmaine. Let's see, and another one on the honey harvest. Your honey looks amazing and your son is adorable. Luke really is adorable.
Yeah.
He reminds me a lot of myself. I have sensory disorder. That makes it very difficult to socialize with others and process what is happening around me. You seem like good people. What?
Yeah, Espen's back online.
Uh-oh. Hey, everybody guard your computer networks because Espen's on. All right.
Sorry.
That's okay. Let's see. Another one on the lemon video. Anne Marie A says, we used something called milk of lemon when cooking stuffed grape. I'm not the greatest reader. You know, when I was in the 5th grade, I was in an accelerated reading class because I actually comprehend well. But then I had to read out loud, and I think that's when they knocked me back down to a regular reading class. It says, we used something called milk of lemon when cooking stuffed grape leaves or cabbage. It looked like translucent white chunks of varying sizes. It is no longer manufactured. Using a pinch of this lemon powder with a pinch of citric acid might just be the solution. I hope it works out well for you. I have no idea what milk of lemon is. I've never used it. But if this works for you and it gives you something that you're used to that you can't find anymore, then I am so happy for you. And then there's a Texas rat snake video comment. JB says it would make a nice handbag. I'm thinking it would make a very small handbag. But I actually have never made a handbag out of a snake.
I would make a hat band or two.
A belt, maybe. I don't know. Actually,
I've seen some really, really nice hat bands made from snakeskin.
yeah, I've seen here in Texas. It's not that uncommon to see a rattlesnake.
Right.
Some of them actually still have the head, you know, still on.
Or the rattlers.
Or the rattlers, yeah. Let's see here. There's a long comment. I'm going to not read it, but it ends with, love your videos. So thank you. Thank you. That was from Carol Sue Lawson. It is about ACV, and they're going to make their own. So thank you very much for sharing that. Oh, Matt Fingler. A while back, I was doing a video series called Monday Meetups, and that's where I was sharing time with other creators, allowing them to come onto my channel and share something they were passionate about. And I'd like to start that again, but I just haven't done it lately. This one was about Food Forest, and James, who does the Food Forest, Matt Fingler says, James has definitely been an inspiration for me. So I'm so glad that you are inspired by James and what he's doing with his Food Forest, and also that I could share that on my channel so that other people can see what he's doing. Cassie John 1, I hope you are still available. Can you please tell me what brand you used for the mango juice? This is on the kombucha video. I thought I showed the brand in the video, but if not, it is the Naked brand juice. And he says, you are awesome. Thank you. And I did provide an Amazon link to Naked brand juice. because I'd like people to visit my Amazon using affiliate links so that you can support the creative efforts here on the Daddykirbs farm.
John Halfnecker wants to know if you're talking about James Prigioni.
Yes, James Prigioni. I'm sorry. I should have used his whole name. Yes, he does a pretty good program. I think it's fun watching him develop his food forest and his channel personality. He's got a lot of personality, and it's pretty fun to watch him.
I'll have to check him out.
Yeah. Let's see here. Adele Ward says, the barn cats in Idaho, thanks for the help. We have fixed 3 mama cats and 2 little kitties. We had them all in the house for 6 weeks, hoping to release 2 females this week. Fingers crossed. I got my fingers crossed with you and for you.
Me too.
Kate's on our side, on your side. So yes, taking care of those kitties is important, and they are a nice addition to the farm. And Rerun just has 2 laughing emoji faces on my comments. Don't know what he's laughing at. Okay. Fiona. Yeah, he's just a happy guy. Fiona Aubrey says it's so satisfying. I'm glad. I just don't get the whole satisfied thing that you guys keep talking about.
What video were you talking about?
It's on the honey harvest.
Makes and the sound of the honey actually being ready to be used.
Kate was satisfied too.
Yeah, I was.
Say Espen first. Espen!
We sure did.
Yeah. I think she's got that on
speed dial, so
keyboard shortcut. Yeah, speed dial. Let's see here. On the Hawk Kills a Great Horned Owl video, Sean Williams says, so sad. It was sad. And I played sad music in that video too, because it was sad to watch, to see that owl laying there. Beautiful, beautiful creature laying there with no life any longer.
We are being reminded that it's almost beanbag time, and also to do our drawing for the seeds.
Okay, I'm going to save comments for later. We'll answer more comments, and I'm going to make that regular as I can remember to do. Routine for the live show is sharing some of the comments from the videos and responding live. And so now we're going to toss the beanbags into the corn hole. Let me move my chair over here, my camera. So this is tossing 8 beanbags into the corn hole. 8 chances to get one in, and no prize for these this time. This is practice for next week. We're going to give hats away next week. Hat or hats, maybe plural. We'll see how that works out. So first of all, we're going to throw the stars over the right shoulder. Totally missing the board. Again. Okay, I hit the board that time. Ooh, that was close. Okay, stripes. That was 4 stars, now stripes. Whoa, on the board. Okay.
A little more distance next time.
Hit the board. All right. Oh, last one. Can I do it?
You overshot.
When you completely miss the board on the last bag, that's so disappointing. All right. And a word to our sponsors. Wheatree says, shout out to Albrina Klotz.
Sabrina is 2 years old and growing 10 different things. She's a rural kid.
Oh, okay. See, I missed who it was, so I wasn't sure why we were shouting out. But here's your shout out, Albrina Klotz. Sorry. Okay, so we need to do talking about our first, the Greenstock garden in the Daddykirbs garden is a huge success for me. I just love the design of that vertical growing system. It stacks, and the strawberries are still growing in the garden. I have the aloe growing in there, and the aloe is sending up a lot of babies in the Greenstock garden. And also, the carrots did well, you can check out that video. Did I do the carrot video?
I don't remember seeing one if you did.
I think I did, but if not, I need to get that done. The carrots did well. The longevity spinach is doing well in there. I just love the way that that's designed. Nice deep pockets. If you decide that you need a vertical growing system or a way to grow a lot of food in a very small space, check out Greenstock Garden. The link often is in the chat because We Tree Bonsai is really good about posting those links. Also, if you use the coupon code Daddykirbs, you can get up to $10 off and save a little money while purchasing an amazing gardening product. So check them out. There is also a new company that's allowing me to be an affiliate, which is it's a little easier to demonstrate their product because I can hold it. The Greenstock Garden is over there.
And it's full of dirt and plants.
It's full of dirt and plants. Simply Clean Foods is it's a company that does freeze-dried food, and they are super tasty. Kate, would you like a banana?
I would love a banana.
They are really, really good. Take a few of them.
Okay. Come on.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right. So
they are wonderful.
They are so tasty. And actually, these are still crunchy after last week.
Mm-hmm.
So the bananas, the see, now I'm talking too fast. Freeze-dried bananas taste like, except for the fact that they're crunchy, taste like fresh bananas. And it's a burst of banana flavor. So these are GMO-free, high fructose corn syrup free, no high fructose corn syrup, MSG free. They are tested free of heavy metals and have up to a 25-year shelf life. So if you purchase these and put them into your pantry and you don't open them until maybe someday you run out of groceries, you can't make it to the grocery store, or there's a storm, hurricanes. A lot of times here in Texas and on the coast, we have 2 or 3 days at a time when we can't get to the store because of hurricanes or whatever. These would be a wonderful way to just be able to have some calories on the pantry shelf that are so good for you, and they taste so good. So Simply Clean Foods, if you go to simplycleanfoods.net, I got that right, I'm pretty sure, and use the coupon code Daddykirbs, DADDYKIRBS, then you will get 10% off, and the Daddykirbs farm will get a small portion of your purchase as well, helping to support what we're doing here, which is why I'm helping to support them. They have a great product, a great company.
I would think it'd be wonderful if in the middle of the night you wake up and you have a really bad need for a snack.
That's right.
It
Yeah.
would be better than chocolate, although I love chocolate. He doesn't, but I do.
I don't like chocolate. But yeah, midnight snack. I don't do midnight snacks, but my sons do.
Is the bag recyclable?
Well, it is Mylar, so you could reuse it. It's a very sturdy bag with a zip top, so you could reuse it many, many times. I don't know if it's actually recyclable.
Half yes. But
Yeah, but it is certainly reusable. It's a nice heavy-duty bag. I'm just going to eat a bunch of bananas.
mm-hmm. They're wonderful.
I'm going to eat 2 more. So,
Breakfast.
breakfast. I haven't had breakfast yet.
Me either.
They are good for the zombie apocalypse. Yes, Kilter Gardner points that out. And I agree, because I'm pretty sure that I saw on one of the movies that zombies don't like bananas or freeze-dried foods. So they won't be eating your pantry foods. They will only be eating your brains. Not really.
They
Well,
will only eat your brain.
they might eat your brain if they were real, but I'm pretty sure zombies aren't real.
No, they're not.
Hopefully they're not real.
They're real horror show video type
Yeah.
heroes, but not for me.
In the meantime, I'm going to eat the bananas.
We've been told to draw for the seeds now.
Okay. All right, Wheat Tree. I hear you. We're going to draw for
Random.org, right?
random.org. And you already have a spreadsheet with people with a number beside them. We're going to draw for 2 seed packets. Both with a sticker, both with the same seeds. Not the same seeds, but the same kinds of seeds. That'd be weird if you got the same seeds. Now I got banana in my teeth.
We have 10 names.
10 names.
You ready to draw?
Let's do the first one right now. So she's at random.org, 1 through 10.
Number 10, who is Dale Whitaker.
Dale Whitaker, the winner of 1 bag. So make sure that you send your physical address, not in the chat, but either to daddykirbs@gmail.com or
katedancing@gmail.com.
and that's dancing with DANSYNG. So Kate Dancing at Gmail. So send it to either her or myself, and we will make sure that you get one of these bags with the sticker and the seeds. Thank you very much for being here today and participating in the mini drawing, the mini contest. Bag number 2. 1 through...
Number 9.
Now, how is that happening? If we did 10, would it go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6? Number 9.
John Haffenecker.
Happy wins!
So we don't have to send him a hat.
Right. He said he needed seeds or a hat. So you're getting seeds, John. Mr. Happy. We'll make sure that we have your address as well. And I'll get these sent out this week. And it will be a lot of fun to see maybe if you guys do, if you're in the family group, sharing not only that you received the bag, but show me where you're putting your sticker, as long as it's family friendly. And then also growing some of your seeds. That Thai basil, by the way, is amazing. And just to let you know, the Thai basil, I did not separate all the tiny little seeds. I grabbed the stem and I just rubbed those seeds off. So it has still a lot of the flower piece that's still on the seeds. So you'll just have to crumble those up and sprinkle them and grow your Thai basil.
And the seeds I got last year from you came up and are doing beautifully.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
They grow really well.
Mm-hmm.
And they smell amazing.
They like the heat.
They do. They seem to like the heat. And they even grow through drought pretty well. They get kind of shrivelly, but as soon as they get a little water, they pop right back up.
And they taste very good in spaghetti.
Oh, wow. You know, I like Thai basil over sweet basil for a lot of things because it's more. You know, it's more pungent. It's just more flavor. And I really enjoy the Thai basil. We are already 3 minutes past 1 hour, so we need to wrap this show up. Thank you very much for participating in the mini contest.
Oops, it just died again.
No. It looks like we're still on. Is it out?
Hang on.
She lost the show, but you guys are still here. Anyway, let's wrap this up. Thank you so much for being here. Everyone has a story. Every story counts. Thank you so much for being a part of my story today and for allowing me to be a part of yours. I look forward to seeing you guys in the Facebook family group to carry on the conversation there. See ya.
Bye.